Good morning. This is Deepak. Dear parents and teachers, we live to improve our lives daily and life of our fellow beings. To reach your potential, you have to improve your strength. You have to work on your strength zone. If you are good in mathematics but weak in English, work more in mathematics. That is the example of strength zone. What I learned by observing my mother, she always remained in her strength zone. It was one of the reasons she was successful, and she was one of the greatest inspiration for my life. If you are young, you are still uncertain about where your strength lies, don't get discouraged. Try to be patient and keep working hard. If you persevere, you will figure it out. No matter if you are just starting out or if you are at the peak of your career, the more you work in your strength zone, the more successful you will be. The best definition of success, according to me, is knowing your purpose in life, growing to your maximum potential, and sowing the seeds that benefits others. If you are able to do these three things, you are successful. There goes a story of a group of neighborhood boys who built a tree house and formed their own club. When the grown-ups were told who had been selected for which office, they were astonished to hear that the 4-year-old had been elected the president. The boy must be a born leader, one dad observed. How did it happen that all your bigger boys voted for him? Well, you see, Dad, his son replied. He can't very well be secretary because he doesn't know how to read or write. He couldn't be a treasurer because he can't count. He would never do good for a sergeant at arms because he is too little to throw anybody out. If we didn't choose him for anything, he'd feel bad. So we made him the president. Real life, of course, doesn't work that way. You don't become an effective leader by default. You must be intentional and you must work from your strengths. When you mentor people, always encourage them to start the process by discovering their strength, not exploring their shortcomings. Why? Because people's purpose in life is always connected to their giftedness. You are not called to do something that you have no talent for. You can grow to your maximum potential if you continually work outside of your strength zone. Improvement, I beg to say, you cannot grow to your maximum potential if you continually work outside of your strength zone. Improvement is always related to ability. The greater your natural ability, the greater your potential for improvement. You can't change the world by giving only leftovers or by performing with mediocrity. Only your best will add value to others and lift them up. Few suggestions how to find your strength zones. People who reach their potential spend less time asking, "What am I doing right?" They spend more time asking, "What am I doing well?" Peter Drucker, the founder of modern management, wrote, "The great mystery isn't that people do things badly, but that they occasionally do a few things well. The only thing that is universal is incompetence. Strength is always specific. Nobody ever commented, for example, that the great violinist Zacha Haifez probably couldn't play the trumpet well." The more specific you can get about your strengths, the better the chance you can find your sweet spot. Why be on the fringes of your strength zone when you have a chance to be right in the center? Jack Welch asserted, "If you don't have a competitive advantage, don't compete. People don't pay for average. If you don't have the talent to do something better than the competition, place your focus elsewhere." To get a better picture of where you stand in relationship to the competition, you need to ask yourself the following questions. Are others doing what I am doing? Are they doing it well? Are they doing it better than I am? Can I become better than they are? If I do become better, what will be the result? If I don't become better, what will be the result? The answer to the last question is you lose. Why? Because your competition is working in the strength zone and you are not. All-star baseball catcher Jim Soderberg advised, "Discover your uniqueness, then discipline yourself to develop it." Whenever you see people who are successful in their work, you can be rest assured they are working in the strength zone. Good leaders help others find the strength zone and empower them to work in them. According to a research, 20% of the employees feel that their strengths are in play every day in their work settings. In my opinion, that is largely the fault of their leaders. They have failed to help their people find their strengths and place them in the organization where their strength can be an asset to the company. If you desire to be an effective leader, you must develop the ability to develop people in their areas of strength. It's very obvious that you can't have a winning team without teamwork. However, not every leader takes steps to help team members work together. Healthy competition between teammates is good, but in the end, team members need to work together for the sake of the team, not only for themselves. In a conference of leaders, the topic was importance of staying in your strength zone. During the question hour session, a CEO pushed back against this very idea. The example he used was of that of Tiger Woods. He said, when Tiger plays a bad round of golf, he goes straight into the driving range and practices for hours. He is working on his weakness. The person who was addressing said, no, he is working on his strengths. Tiger is the greatest golfer in the world. He is practicing golf shots. He is not practicing accounting, music, or basketball. He is working on a weakness within his strength zone that will always produce positive results. Working on a weakness in your strength zone will always produce greater results than working on a strength in a weak area. Thank you so much for listening. Have a nice day.